So, back in the room, and Laura is a bit camera shy. So, she started with chipping these tiles out, and she's done a lot of work. So, we'll help elapse all of the work she's done, and then at the end, I'll get into doing some tiling. And after that, we will go and have a look and see at the kids grouting. Keep this blade level on the bottom, okay? And look, I can't hurt you, okay? It's just vibrating. So, it's not going to hurt you. So, lucky for me, Iron Man came to help today, huh?
Iron Man.
Okay. So, you know what we need to do? Ground this floor a little bit. See the white pieces here? Okay? We don't want those white pieces. Alright. Because we need to put more cement underneath this tile. Alright. So where you see the sand, that's good. Where you see white like this, you need to ground it off. Okay? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Carry on. While it's going here, you see now it's getting stuck in a level here. Don't go over the level, just stay there, just let it go slowly through. Let the machine do the work, okay? How's Daddy daycare going?
We can't lie.
Hold on.
We took a little nibble of your chocolates.
That's not a problem.
You see?
That's not a problem if you guys are going to work hard.
Sister wanted just a little bit, and I wanted a secret, but then I thought, it's not worth it lying. Yeah, we'll just get out of trouble. You just get me more trouble if we lie.
Back in the room. Back in the room. Don't know where I left you last, but Mako and I were sanding off the floor on that day. Now, I want to show you a few things. Oh, this in the background, totally chose to do that myself with no instruction from my wife. Because we're grinding the floor. That is those plastic paint sheeting things to stop the dust going through to the rest of the rooms in the ruin. Got the fan blowing the dust out the door, and I've had to convert a few things. Now, let me tell you. So, we were sanding this floor. Now, let me show you. Laura has gone around with the breaker, and chipped off all the grout lines. But that doesn't mean that we've got enough space for new grout. So I need to take it down back to the stone. This is basically grinding it like you would sand a floor. It's not fun. That was a bit more of it, but you can see that is still quite high. I don't know if you can see that. But we need to get back to that surface, and the others, it's chunky and it's not nice, and it's not going to give enough adhesion for the tile, just because I want to do it properly. So Mako and I have been using this, and Sophia helped as well. We were using this diamond oscillating tool. That's probably in about 6 tiles we've worn it down to pretty damn smooth. So I wanted to buy another one of those, and I checked online. They're about anything from 18 euros to 30. Brand wise, Makita ones are more expensive, but it's 85 mil, blah blah blah. They're 18 euros. So I found this. Now that was about 12 bucks. I believe it might even be a Dexter, not sure, but look how much meat is on that. That thing's going to last forever. And by the way, you'll see now, it works 1,000,000 times better. Just doesn't get into the corners. But it's amazing. I did that section in a couple seconds. So we're going to go with that. My problem was the grinder's battery used to face that way. And when you put it like that, it would touch, the battery would make it do that. So I had to disassemble this whole part, turn it all the way around. I wanted it to come out the side, but these 2 screws are narrower than those 2 screws, or whatever, this way. So I had to flip the whole thing around, basically using it upside down now. I gave it a good clean out as well, and it works really well. So we should have this all prepped and ready by the end of the day. And then we can start tiling. So we don't have many tiles to replace. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 2 halves. So 20 there, let's say. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, say 12. Should be able to get that done ASAP. Our challenge at the moment is this metal beam that's running through the floor here. There used to be a wall. Remember in the very first videos called The Wall? There was a wall separating these 2 rooms. Basically you walked in over here, and there was a wall on these tiles. So not on those tiles, but there was a wall somewhere. I can't remember where it was actually. But it was here-ish. Hellish. Yes, it was here because all of these pipings were inside of the wall. So it went like that, straight along there.
Welcome to Palmers in Portugal. We're renovating a ruin. First things first.
This wall over here, so that's it, the wall's gone. I don't know why this beam is here, because it's there's a room underneath there, so it's weird. But the beam is metal and we can't change the height of it. So like in this, for instance here, the tile's going to have to just pop up a little bit. I might have to cut the tile on that just to split it. It's fairly close because they use this one tile throughout. it's fairly close to being accurate. I might have to trim just a few where it's tapering in or out towards that wall. So we've got the tiles. We've got similar looking tiles. I just have to be selective because that one is a little bit lighter than that one. So this one's got a bit more red in it, and oh, it looks the same on camera. Well, we'll just dirty them up and they'll be fine. So yeah, we've got to do a little bit more grinding, get all of those levels down. Then we can tile this floor. Then we can say that the floor work is done here, except skirtings. I did the cornicing. Cornicing's all finished. I know you can't see it because it's all beautifully white and fits in nicely. Laura needs to finish painting that up, but yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Every day we knock off something. So we'll keep trying, we'll keep pushing on, and I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Well, that's that. We put some, we ground up all the stuff that needed to be ground. It was a very dusty, very dirty job. But we got that done. Listening to music at the same time. Yeah, so grounded all that out. I've just filled in the holes where the metal beam was and where we've put in new conduiting for electrics and plumbing. Patched up a few of the holes where the windows were made wider. You saw that in the window video. I think we're okay. I think a light leveling tomorrow and we can start tiling. I think we'll just level as we go. The reason I ground down all of that extra tile adhesive, the cement, is just so that I've got a little extra wiggle room, 3 millimeters, just to get the tiles to meet each other. Like I said before, there was a wall down the middle of this room, and then the wall was built and then it was tiled afterwards. So the level of that side of the room and this side of the room does differ slightly, but I think we can get away with it. There by the kitchen area where we've put the plumbing in, that's not a problem because we'll have kitchen counters there, little bay window cabinets. The majority of the lounge will have a big, what do you call that thing where the TV goes on? TV unit thing over there. The other half of the lounge is going to have a big couch. The middle section, this little piece over here, will be exposed, but there'll probably be a rug on the floor. So there's no point to rip up all the tile and spend that money for no good reason, to be honest. It's looking good. So we're back in the room. Time to do the tiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try and fit all the solid tiles today, and we'll do the cut tiles tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of a time lapse. This video has probably had quite a lot of times lapsing because, there's a lot of grinding work, a lot in order to get everything set nicely. So we'll see how this goes. got the tiles cut in the room for the lounge. They're not glued in place just yet. We will get there. So this is the kitchen area. So that little bit there is some plumbing that's sticking out above the tile. I just fitted with actually a broken tile, but it's level as much as it can be. And the kitchen counter is going to go over here, the sink will be here. So that doesn't really matter, that little bit. And got inside the bay windows with a bit of tiling. So I think it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. So we're going to finish that up today. And then we've got a few little spots in the bedrooms that need to be touched up. Where we made the windows wider. I can't show you in our room because, here's Maiko's room. Remember when we put the windows in, we had to chop open a bit wider to get the window size fitting. So these tiles, instead of cutting this whole tile out here to replace, I'm just going to cut a piece that fits in there. So all of the shale needs to come out, and I think pretty much that needs to be chopped out a little bit more, but I think pretty much we're just going to cut down, make it square, use the tile cement because it's not very big deep hole that we need to put a screeding layer in. We'll just use the tile cement and it should be okay. So we're going to just fit a tile in because I think most of these we're probably going to build little wooden shoe cabinets or things like that there. So that tile doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of things. Not a big stress at all. So let me get on with some tiling. Once I've glued everything down, I'll give you guys one last look at it. And I'll probably, once I've grouted, I'll wash the whole floor and see if we can get it close to resemblance of looking like I hadn't put in tiles. I don't think that's going to happen because there's a lot of paint and cement embedded into these tiles now. But it'll look better. It's getting there. It's getting there. So, all the tiling is completed, except one tile in our bedroom and the cupboards there, and I can't get to it. So, we haven't finished the grouting, haven't started the grouting, but we're getting there. So, let me show you what we've finished off today. So we did that. That's the little mess up with a plumbing pipe that's sitting a bit higher, the knuckle of the plumbing pipe. And that broken tile just fit in there perfectly. There is going to be a counter unit, yeah, so it doesn't really matter too much. The sink, the double bowl sink's going to be there. Got those cuts in nicely, and it looks pretty good. A lot of work with this section here, trying to get all the tiles trimmed down to fit, because the previous person who tiled here butt jointed the tiles, which means it's tile against tile. There's no like grout line. I don't know why they did that, but it's done, and we're following form to save the rest of these tiles in this room so that we don't have to put too many more. I found that's a leftover tile from one of the other renovations for a splashback, and I just thought if we're going to do the wooden tread and a wooden tread here, we've got a gap over there and a gap over there, that I think we could break it up with that tile. So let me know what you think. If that's a cool idea. I think it's pretty. Hopefully the wife thinks the same. Yeah, this is the tool room. That is our bedroom. There's one tile that needs to be replaced back there. So that's not going to happen now. it'll be done. It'll get done. It'll get done. And we finished off that little tile there. Had to use the cement up on the wall on the sides because it started falling down again. But that's cut and fit in place. Cut and fit in place, like I said. We weren't gonna chop out one single bit of tile just to, actually this one we could have, because that would have looked much better. But anyway, we're just putting that here. I'm gonna build bay window cupboards, open faced cupboards where the kids can store their shoes. So it's not a real big issue. If you can see that's gonna be a shelf, a cupboard over there. So these tiles really won't be seen, but they're in. They are in. And now it's about 4:30. Gonna go and spend the rest of the day in the river with the kids because they're still on school holiday, pestering and bugging us. Laura trying to work, me trying to physically work in the ruin here. But we love having them, so yeah, it's all good. We're still negotiating this whole 2-month-long summer vacation. Didn't really get it right this time because when we arrived here last year, June, so we arrived here and straight into summer holidays, which was a really long holiday for all of us. And it turns out we didn't realize that we need to provision time and allocate people and things to having the kids here for such a long time. So yeah, next year we'll do it right. We'll go away on holiday in August because August is just impossible to get anything done in Europe in August. So we'll plan a 2 or 3 week long holiday in August, probably touring around in the car, just going to campsites and seeing France and Spain and whatever else we can get to. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed. We're almost at 500 followers, subscribers. So that's pretty cool. Just on 1,000 watch hours, so we can start doing more interesting things and then on our way to 1,000. So thank you so much, everyone. Didn't expect that to happen. It's basically these videos are just documentaries of how we started our life in Portugal for the kids one day. You know, when they ask why did we leave South Africa, and we'll start from the beginning. We'll show them what it's like here now. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.